You gonna try again? Is that what we're doing? Come on, let's go. You can do this. We do this every day. Come on. Come on, Rocky. Let's go upstairs. You want to see everybody? Come on. This is just something. I don't know, Rocky. I think you maybe should have been a character in The Wizard of Oz. Stay down here with me, okay?
Make a sauce? Okay. I think you're tired. You need a nap. You know what? Why don't you take a nap and Mommy has some surprises for you?
Okay.
Okay. I like that idea.
Bobby Builder movie, Robot movie, Happy Monster Band movie, Frosty the Snowman movie, and Sonic movie. All right?
Happy Easter, everybody. I hope everyone's doing great today. So I'm making sauce once again. I know people like how we say that here. And so I figured, you know what, I know I've made it before, but let me get a little bit more structured with, exactly how this is done. So we always use 6 cans of sauce, but I don't ever use Luigi Vitelli brand. That's what they had, frankly. Typically we'll get Tutto Russo. That's my favorite. 6 cans of Tutto Russo crushed tomatoes. So we have 4 cans of Luigi Vitelli, and there were 2 cans of Cento peeled tomatoes, which I put in the blender. And so that's how this recipe works, with 6 cans of crushed tomatoes. I also have neck bones. These are pork neck bones. And for 6 cans of tomatoes here, 3 nice sized pieces will do just fine. If they're a little bit smaller, maybe you'll use 4. And if they're bigger, you can use 2. I have 1.5 onions. This is a medium-sized onion. 1 clove of garlic, and about that much. Nice handful of fresh basil. I have a tablespoon of sugar here, salt, pepper, and oregano. And this I do by eye, so I didn't try to measure it out. But I'll show you that when we get to that point. So those are the ingredients. So I accidentally left out 2 important ingredients. One of them is extra virgin olive oil. That is a must. Don't substitute that with anything else. And the other is red wine. That is not absolutely necessary, and that doesn't go in right away. That will go in a half hour before the sauce is ready, and you'll simmer that. You'll turn the heat up and simmer that, and I'll show you that when we get to that point. For about a half hour or so. But that's really an optional one. It doesn't, it's not absolutely necessary, but it is a nice ingredient to add. All right, so step 1, we're gonna turn up the heat to high. We're gonna put in our olive oil. Take a look in here. You're gonna give about 1/2 inch of olive oil for this size pot. The next step is to sear the pork neck bones. So you gotta wait till this oil is good and hot. Could be a little bit hotter, but that's okay. And we're going to go about 30-40 seconds on both sides. Now, if it starts to bubble too much and get too hot, you can just pull it off the burner. And typically, I would flip these with some salad tongs, but I can't find any of those. I'm going to use this wooden spoon and a glove. That's just fine. And we're going to do about 30 seconds on this side as well. Next step is to put our onions and our garlic in. So we put our onions in, put our garlic in. Make sure you mix this around. This part is really, really important. You don't want to walk away or anything, because you want to make sure that the onions and the garlic is brown before you add your tomatoes. So we're going to let that simmer. This will probably take about 60 seconds or so. This is probably one of the most beautiful smells on the planet. They should actually make a candle with this scent, because this place smells unbelievable right now. To keep the oil and the garlic and the onions moving, you definitely don't want any of it to get black, because if you do that, it's really going to be ruined. So I stand right over it. Definitely don't walk away and come back in a minute. Keep it moving. Try to flip the garlic and the onions around. And we're just about there. Bless you, big man. Probably have about 30 seconds left or so.
Oh, it's the garlic.
And I'll show you what it looks like before I put the tomatoes in. So this piece, I try to push the garlic and the onions to be cooked as much as I can without burning them. And then once you get to the point, now we're right there. Get that camera in there. You can see how it's brown. Nothing's black. And what I'm going to do, just to make sure that it stops cooking, I take it off the burner so it doesn't splash too much. And that cools everything off. So if it was on its way to burning, now it isn't. Now it's going to be nice and cool from the tomatoes, and we get to start over with the heat again. And here are the crushed tomatoes. Sometimes I like to use whole tomatoes, and I just I crunch them up with my hands, and that way you have like big chunks of tomato. And I like that. Johnny informed me last time we ate that he wasn't a fan of that. You know, so we aim to please here.
He's just a weirdo with that. I don't know. I just don't understand.
One of the other things that I'll do, you know, and I don't know why, I really don't have to do this, but I rinse out the cans with a little bit of water, just to get the tomatoes that are in the bottom of the can in the pot as well. And the consistency is still very, very nice. It doesn't come out too watery. A little bit in this one as well. All right, now we'll get this back on the heat. So now I'm going to spice this up. I'm going to bring it to a simmer, and then it's going to sit. So the first thing we're going to do is add our sugar, because I had that already measured. Now the other stuff I just kind of do it by eye. So just take a look here. For a pot this big, I really just kind of cover the top, starting with oregano. This is going to be tough for you to figure out. So watch closely here. This is what I do with the salt. Salt's important. It cuts the acid in the sauce. And then pepper. Can you get real close with that, John, so they get a good idea? Hopefully they do anyway. And now our basil.
I'm going to have to wash this like 20 times.
And then you give it a spin. Another optional ingredient you can put in here is red pepper flakes. And I do that every now and then when I'm in the mood. It's not a must, but sometimes it gives it a little extra kick. And for fun, every now and then I'll throw some butter in as well, but not necessary.
Why did you do the drums? Why did you do the phone blue?
Okay, you can go do phone blue. What do you want to go? You can go wherever you can go to sleep. Whatever you want to do, buddy. That's fine. Everything's okay, buddy. Why are you running away? What just happened? Okay. Dogs got out. Come on, Rocky. Come on, Kira. No, there's Rocky right there. Running through the neighborhood. Johnny saw them through the window. Oh, that's a failure. Where were you two? Huh? Where? You were running the neighborhood, huh?
The back door.
Yeah, it's from because we're barbecuing.
Alright, your sausages are ready.
Are they? No, those got to be cooked pretty good, John.
Take a look at it.
They're close. Very close, very close.
You want to see the blue eggs? Let's go get them. Because I think there's candy in there.
What? Candy? That is very exciting. Just want to make sure this is turned down nice and low. No Madagascar, no shark tail, no ice age. What? What is over there, Nick?
Here. What's going on here? Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. What's in there?
Pink.
Pink Starburst?
Starburst.
Nick,
You know who
that
did
is very exciting.
Harrison did that for you.
Or the Easter
She
Bunny.
loves you.
The Easter Bunny might have done it as well, so. Nick, there's more.
Go ahead, buddy. Get some eggs.
Get some more.
Nick James, look in here.
Oh my goodness.
What is happening?
See.
Maybe over
See.
here. Let's look over here.
There's more over here. They're everywhere.
Everywhere? Oh my god!
Watch your head, buddy, when you come up. There you go. Be careful. Good job. Way to be careful.
No shark tail, no ice age. No.
Sorry, Nicky.
Great job. Let's see.
Frosty the Snowman movie.
Not a movie.
More? Nicholas, this is very exciting.
Exciting! You want to go inside? And
Give me a high
open them?
five.
Let's go. Come on, I'll
Okay.
carry them for you.
No Madagascar, no shark tail,
No Madagascar, no shark tail, no ice age.
No ice age.
That was a lot of fun, Nick. Great job, buddy.
Papa movie.
Robot movie.
Happy Monster Band movie, race car movie, Sonic movie.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Look at the dogs in the
Look at the
window.
dogs in the window.
You know what? If you don't run the neighborhood, you might be out here with us.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. Here. You want to sit here?
How's it smell in here, everybody? Let's just start with that.
1, 2, 3. There's more than 3. See. How many?
Nikki,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
great job,
5
Nicholas.
Pink Starbursts. Best day ever.
He is so smart.
No Madagascar.
No shark.
No Shark Tank.
No ice. No toys.
No Toy Story. No Ice Age. Race car movie. Happy Feet.
Everything's A-okay.
Movie. Robot movie.
Sure.
Frosty Snowman movie. Are you gonna eat Pink Starburst?
Wait, hold on. I think I should check what makes this one.
No, you better leave him alone, son.
Papa movie.
Robot movie.
Sure.
Frosty Snowman movie. Sonic movie. You could go watch a Sonic movie. I know you want to. It's okay. You
Can
want
you-
to take your Starburst with you?
Yes.
Go ahead,
All right,
man.
great, buddy.
Happy Easter.
Come on, Nick. Let's go.
Come on, Nick. Johnny's got you. Gonna go play video games with Johnny?
Come on, buddy. Papa movie.
Robot movie, Frosty the Snowman movie, Happy Monster Band movie, Sonic movie. Okay?
I'm not cutting those up today, man.
No way. So when your sauce is cooking, you'll see like a little bit of film over the top. I like to scoop that out and get rid of it. So if I see it building up on the top, I don't just mix it in. I scoop it off the top. I put it in a cup or a tomato can that I have, and I get rid of it throughout the whole process. So one way to see if it's ready or not, because I wanna put the wine in a half hour before it's completely ready, right? And so I took one of the pork neck bones out, and what I like to see is that the meat's gonna fall right off the bone, and it's not at this point. It's really still pretty stuck there. It's coming off a little bit, but not as easy as I would like. So I'm gonna let this simmer. Did you catch that?
Do it again.
Yeah, I'm pushing on it. They have to be able to see that. Yeah, the meat's not really coming off. So this little piece came off, but we want a little bit more tender, so we're gonna let this simmer, you know, for a little while longer, and then check again in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
One of the things I like to do while cooking is clean the place, because I don't know, when everything's ready, it's gonna be time to eat, and I don't want to have this, you know, just a complete disaster of a kitchen on my hands. So I've washed most of the dishes already. We're just gonna wrap that up now. This boy does not feel good. Snuck back up here and went to bed. Why don't we fix your pillow, buddy? Come on, let's fix your pillow. Let's lay you.
Stand on the ground. Dad.
Oh, I love when you wake up with a smile. You want to stay here?
Okay.
Do you want me to get you a blanket?
Yes.
Okay, buddy. You want the puppy to stay? Okay, buddy. So I have good news and I have bad news.
Oh,
What do you want first? Good news or the bad news?
the bad news.
Bad news is Nicky's sleeping.
I knew that was gonna happen.
And the good news is, well, he's not angry or upset. No, he's exhausted. I hope he's okay, and that it's just that he wasn't able to sleep last night. And I went in there to talk to him, and he opened his eyes and smiled at me, which was really nice. So he's in there snuggling with Kira.
He's okay. He was up until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
He needed a nap, but I'd rather it earlier. But that
What time is it? It's
I
a
tried.
quarter. What time is it now? It's 10 to 5. Yeah.
Is it 10 to 5?
It is. We're gonna have a problem on our hands. But he's exhausted. I don't think we should wake him up. I think we should just let him lay there for a little while.
Definitely not.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's no schedule. It's not like the
No.
bell's gonna ring tomorrow morning.
No, it's fine.
So I just pulled this piece out and put my spoon through it. It went through really, really easily. You know, it still needs a little bit more time. I can't do it with one hand here, but you know, it comes off. It comes off relatively easy. I wouldn't end it and start eating at this point. I mean, it'll taste good. Don't get me wrong, but I like it when the meat comes off even easier. And so, but it's definitely going to be fine to add the wine at this point because then it's going to simmer. I'm actually going to bring the heat up a little bit and let it simmer for about 30 minutes or so. Alexa, turn it down, please. I'm even polite to Alexa. It's worth the gas nicely. Okay, so here's how much wine. And by the way, the wine, it's red wine. It's really whatever we have in the house. I don't get something specific. I've read if it's good wine for you, it's going to be good for your sauce. So whatever wine you like to drink, throw it in there. Red wine. It could be Cabernet, Pinot Noir, Merlot, or whatever. This is a blend. And that's how much I put in. Do it all by eye. I try to let the Italian spirits whisper to me. My Italian ancestors whisper to me from the past, right? And they say that much. It's pretty awesome. You guys look great on TV, I have to tell you. Wow, that's beautiful. Who's gonna get Nicky? Nicky's got to get out of bed, and Nicky should be on this party.
I'm not waking up.
I ain't waking him up.
Oh, you chickens!
You're waking him up.
Yeah, little chickens.
I'll go get him.
You're the one that's not.
Fine, I'll get him. Here is what the lasagna looks like when you do it in a cake pan. It came out pretty good. We made it a little bit tall. I mean, it looks beautiful. I'm just gonna let it sit here and rest a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut a slice. We'll see how it comes out. But I think I have some high hopes, Shan. I think the lasagna came out pretty amazing. Yeah, this was a real success. I mean, that's what the slice looks like. Nicholas, I'm so glad you came downstairs. Are you hungry?
Huh?
Where are you going? You going back up?
Where are you going?
Make you something to eat if you're hungry.
Bread.
Do we have any Italian bread?
Yeah, Nicky, do you want bread and sauce?
Nicky, do you want some bread and sauce? I have bread and sauce. Come back down here. Or you can go to bed. Do you want to go to bed? All right, I'll get that ready for you right now. You can have some cookies. Where do you get the Chips Ahoy?
In his Easter basket.
Oh, boom. How's that bread, Nick?
Sauce, Chips Ahoy. It's Easter. It's okay.
Way to go, buddy. Johnny is happy, man. Happy Easter, Big John. Oh.
Happy Easter. Say happy birthday. What do you say? Say tell her.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Nick. I love you.
Say I love you. Tell her I love you.
I like you.
I love you.
Nicky, it's Krista's grandma.
Say hi, Maureen.
You're laughing because I'm Krista's grandma.
Hi,
Oh my God, Shannon.
Hi.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's my rosary beads.
It is. It works.
Oh
Oh.
yeah. I know. Even that Jamie believes.
Oh my God, Nicky, give Mama some breathing room there, kiddo.
There you go, man.
Love you.
All right, love you. Say bye, Chrissy. Happy birthday.
I'm going to